But with Islamism, what is valid is Islamist Orthodox Islamists think, like Imam Maududi, for example. What is valid in their discourse is that they address the issue, which is a watershed in recent Islamic history and a totally unique phenomenon in Islamic history. And that event is that Islamic states, which existed in different forms throughout Islamic history for 1200 years, those Islamic states were colonized, all of them, directly or indirectly, and dismantled. And in their place, modern republics were created, and those republics were and are subservient to imperialism. So they address the phenomenon of the dismantling of Islamic State and subservience to imperialism. And Muslim, so we don't have Islamic State, but we have Muslim states now, which are all subservient to imperialism. So this is the fact of, nobody can deny that. And the merit of Islamists is that they address this issue. And their focus on state is not because they are statist, or as some Muslim scholars think as well, wrongly I think, but it's a natural thing when you address an issue which is such a unique issue and you're trying to persuade other Muslims, especially Muslim scholars, to take that into consideration. Then obviously you are going to take you're going to end up overemphasizing that facts, because that's what you are concerned with. That's what doesn't mean that you don't think the other things are not important, but you know that other things are being dealt with and this thing is not being dealt with. That's what every mujaddid does. Every mujaddid overemphasizes something which he or she thinks that is being ignored and is being underemphasized. So the difference between Orthodox Muslim scholars and Orthodox Muslim Islamists, Orthodox Islamists, is that Islamists realize this momentous transformation in Islamic history, while many Orthodox Muslims don't realize it as a momentous and watershed moment. So that's the main difference. So that's the merit of Islamists. Obviously, Allah obviously doesn't care about that. But the legitimate critique of Islamists is that even though they realize the fact that Islamic State was dismantled, and that was a transformational moment, and we have to create new Islamic states which can dealt with the problem of imperialism and the problem of subservience of Islam to imperialism, and reestablish the sovereignty of Islam at the level of state again. Their understanding of more, so that's where we criticize Islam. We question their understanding of the modern state, because obviously they are impressed by the fact that modern state is a totalizing machine and all that, and they emphasize the point that the dismantling of Islamic State was the watershed moment in Islamic history. But then they didn't further deeply analyze the nature of modern state. So that's the one critique we have. So we don't reject Islamists, we try to build on their work in that sense. So we question Maududi's conception of modern state. And your conception of modern state will affect your strategy, your politics for creating Islamic State. So we also question their strategy. I mean, they were pathbreakers, they were innovators, they gave some ideas, but we can't stop at those ideas. We have to develop and keep developing new ideas. And those strategies are not, revealed things from God. They are man-made things which are developed according to the general principles under the guardian of Sharia, but they themselves are not part of God's commands. They are just human endeavors, and like any other human endeavor, they should be critiqued. They should be developed. They should be according to the experience and according to the fruits they bear, etc., etc. Okay, let's go back. So the critique is sort of